All right, so we're gonna do a couple of videos, outside one and inside one, answer any questions that we have here, and just talk about different things to find. So it's an older house, but overall I think it's an easy to maintain house just because of the structure, the way it's built, and it's small. Starting at the roof, we're gonna work our way down. The roof's an older 3-tab roof that looks to be in really good condition. I don't know, I can't tell you how old it is, but most people haven't been using 3-tabs for a while, but if it's older, it's in really good shape. And but probably want to keep on top of that, make sure you keep it clean, keep the moss from growing on it, and you could have a roofer look at it in the next couple years just to make sure that it's all okay. Gutters are older, not older necessarily, but they're vinyl gutters. They're not great. I just recommend they be replaced. They don't work very good. They're just kind of a temporary fix you can buy at the home improvement stores. But really what you want is continuous metal gutters from a professional. These joints here will leak, and down at the end they leak there too eventually. And then the downspouts at the corners, the bottoms are all broken, which we'll look at as we walk around. The siding is a shake cedar siding, also in good condition for the age. It still looks smooth. If it's in bad condition, it starts to get really wavy and starts to crack and fall apart, but I think they've kept good paint on it over the years, and it looks to be in, for the age, good condition. Now some of the bottom edges, the paint's a little thin, and then you can get some moisture absorbing here, along here. It's not bad or anything, but I would recommend watching that and even touching up the paint to keep moisture from intruding, and that can make it start to get some deterioration. The windows are updated to vinyl windows all around, and they're all but one look really good. There's one on the back side that has a failed seal we'll look at. Now some of the trim is rotten. Like that's actually another one I didn't see, but that's caulk that's filled in some rotten wood. So rot will never go away. So this trim, wherever you find rot, really should be removed and replaced. And that's really common on the bottom corners. So it's in the report from another window. So this one's not soft, but there is some moisture damage there. That one's soft, and there's another one on the back side that I saw was soft, rotten wood. Going back up, the soffits, which the eaves, the soffits are actually in really good condition. Often we find rot right there, and they're good. The only thing I do note is the fascia board there. The paint is thin, and I'd recommend another coat of white paint to keep from moisture intruding and causing more issues. Here's the downspout I was talking about. This is broken at the bottom. Really want this to get water away from the foundation. You can do splash blocks that'll get it out 3 feet or so, but even more is better because we don't want that water sitting on the foundation or intruding into the foundation system. Here's one of the windows with rotten trim, wood trim. So we'll stop here, talk about the crawl space. So I dug that out actually so I could get in there easier and get the door out easier. Actually, the crawl space is in good condition. It has a vapor barrier throughout, and it's in good condition. The posts, all the posts I looked at looked good. There's pretty heavy duty beams. What else? There's a bunch of like rat traps. I didn't see any animals or dead animals, but there is a bunch of rat traps set up in there to try to catch anything that's in there. But right now, they haven't caught anything. And there's a bit of garbage or debris. They kind of stored some boxes right here, a few things, and some old like tar paper. What else? Oh, some of the insulation is pulled down in a couple corners. The corner over there, the corner over there, and then at least one other place. So the insulation's pulled down a little bit, and it could be cleaned up, tightened up, and any garbage insulation pulled out. I think that's about it. There is a sewer clean out in the crawl space. It's kind of right in there, about 8 feet, but like it is pretty easy to crawl to, so If you ever need access to the drain lines, there's a clean out in there. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what we're looking at for this side. Do you guys have any questions as we talk about outside stuff?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, we'll keep walking around. Yeah. So we did note that it's block foundation on this side, and then going around the rest of this side of the house, it's a concrete foundation. It's actually been added onto. So this part of the house, it was a really small house originally. And here, going around to the front bedroom, actually all been added on. And you can see that in the crawl space. This has all been added on. So originally it was a really small house.
So this is what's this like? This was a sliding door here to close this off?
So there is a sliding door here. Oops.
Patio.
But it's just a patio with a little extra wind protection is all it is. Yeah. So let's just open that.
You want it so quickly?
Let's actually look at the siding over here on the shed. So the wood for the shed comes down to the ground, and that does absorb moisture. So we have a little bit of moisture damage here. So you want a gap between any dirt and vegetation from any siding. So I would clean this all out and try to keep a gap there so that wood siding doesn't absorb moisture. Like here we have some moisture damage and around the corner there. So just wanted to note that. And this one actually, there's an older wood window here, but that's fine. It's in the shed. We'll pick our heads in the shed, and then we'll look at the back patio and then go inside. So storage shed here.
We're gonna make this a doggy playhouse party.
Doggy playhouse, all right.
We'll see.
Yeah, so it seems pretty solid. It has a flat roof over the top, which there's pictures in the report of the roofing, and it seems to be fine. There's a little bit of ponding on the far edge, which isn't totally detrimental. Not a great idea though. Okay, get that, and then back patio has the water heater and the washer and dryer. Water heater is 9 years old. I don't really look at washers and dryers unless I have a reason to. So my thoughts here, in the summertime, is actually probably a fine place to do washer and dryer, but it'll be a cold in the winter. Could possibly enclose this a little more, or even have a designer do.
Code? I know they can be in a garage, but
I don't think on a new house, yeah, of course there'd be code,
Sure.
but in an old house, I think there's no real code about that.
Okay.
People could do whatever they want. You guys have any other questions about outside?
I think so. Yeah, no.
Okay, good. Electrical does come in from overhead here. That's the power meter, and then there's a electrical box panel in here and one in the kitchen. We'll look at inside.
Oh, these are outside too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep,
Okay.
it's all plumbed out here. The dryer vent just comes out over here.
So is that used to be a window over there?
Yeah, it does look like there used to be a window there. Which I think is just part of the kitchen. We can try to figure that out when we're inside. So the dryer vent just goes there right there. Could put some kind of cap on that to keep animals out. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out and we'll start another video.
You guys can also close.